All right, more information on unidentified anomalous phenomenon, or UAPs, will be made public very soon. The Department of Defense is launching a new website for U.S. service members to report UAP sightings. The Pentagon describes the site as a one-stop shop for publicly sharing current findings on UAPs, including declassified photos, videos, and other material on sightings and potential threats. NewsNation Washington correspondent Joe Khalil was at the briefing today at the Pentagon, where officials announced the new initiative. Tell us all about it, Joe.
Yeah, a couple of changes coming, Elizabeth. That one you just mentioned, the website. They're also getting a little bit of a shakeup in terms of their leadership. All of it, the Pentagon says, is meant to make everything more transparent around UFOs and UAPs for the public. But there are still a lot of questions because what they're releasing is the unclassified material. What about the classified material? Why is that still private, and what is that really? Changes coming to the agency within the Pentagon that investigates UFO reports. AARO, or the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, will now answer directly to the Deputy Secretary of Defense, Kathleen Hicks.
It highlights the importance of the program to the department and the fact that it has the Deputy Secretary's full attention.
AARO will soon be publishing a website making publicly available all unclassified UFO reports it has, complete with witness accounts, videos, and pictures, according to Pentagon spokesman General Pat Ryder, a step toward full transparency. In a recent congressional hearing, former Air Force intel officer David Grush claimed under oath he believes the government is running a secret program to reverse engineer non-human origin UFOs, which it has in its possession. A controversial claim, one Grush says is based on interviews he has done with dozens of people who work in national defense.
People started confiding in me. They approached me. I have plenty of current and former senior intelligence officers that came to me, many of which I knew almost my whole career, that confided in me they were a part of a program. They named the program.
We asked the Pentagon whether any of those interviews would be made public or whether any of the people Grush spoke with would be made available to Congress. Are any of those reports going to be published on this website, those interviews?
As I understand it, AARO is very willing to take any inputs or information and to investigate into claims of UAP. And so if that information is made available to the department, certainly we'll take a look at it.
So, Elizabeth, you just heard General Ryder say if that information that David Grush is talking about is given to AARO, they will take a look at it, potentially publish it. But Grush has been saying, I've had this information, I've had these interviews, and I'm trying to give it to AARO, and they won't meet with me, they will not take it. So there's a disconnect there that I think we need to work on getting to the bottom of. One more thing about this website, Elizabeth, it's just for Pentagon employees right now, but eventually they say they will allow it for the public. So if someone in Washington or Florida or California sees some UAP, some sighting, they would be able to report it directly on that website. Again, not just yet, but eventually.
All right, but let me get this straight, Joe. The only things that will be uploaded on this site are things that are declassified, right?
Declassified and what the government calls resolved, meaning there was a question about what this thing was in the sky, and they've resolved it, and they put that report with pictures and video. So again, when it comes to the unclassified things, people may not be so satisfied. What we really want to get is what is still classified.
Right. The stuff that's classified is what everybody's interested in. The stuff that David Grush is talking about is classified. So it begs the question, are they just throwing us a bone to say, hey, here's this cool new site that you can go visit to look at the declassified videos, but we're keeping all the rest of this stuff secret. All right. Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.